Some people will say, Brother Zakir, we agree with the idea, but there are non-Muslims in our foundation, in my office, in my shop. I say, Alhamdulillah. Ask them to read the translation and tell them that this translation of the Holy Quran will even guide you in your life. It's even a guidance for them. If they can't read Arabic, tell them don't read Arabic, at least read the translation. And tell them to implement it. And tell them that if you think anything is wrong with the Holy Quran, you are most welcome to ask me. And if you don't know the answer, you go to a person who knows the answer. If you have any queries, you are most welcome to phone the Islamic Research Foundation and find out the answer. Or you can go to anyone else who's an expert in that field. We are mainly dealing with comparative studies, mainly for non-Muslims. If they have any queries, we are specialized in the field of comparative studies. Inshallah, your business will improve many folds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Baqarah chapter 2, verse number 261, that if you sow one grain, one corn in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give you 7 years. Each year bearing 100 corns. That means you will get 700 times more profit. That means in business terminologies, you will get 70,000% profit. How much? 70,000% profit. The few hundred rupees you will be wasting because of 30 people, 50 people in an organization spending 15 minutes, you will get 700 times more profit for that amount. Minimum. Allah does not stop there. He says, I will give you many-fold more. People ask me that which translation should we read? Give us some guidance. Which translation to read? As I said, that no translation is perfect because it's a human handiwork. I will be speaking about a few of the popular translations, but before I speak about them, I would like to make one point clear, that no translation is free from error. Each and every translation will contain mistake because it's a human handiwork. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's kalam, the Arabic text, is infallible. So while describing about few of the translations, the popular ones, I will not be speaking about the negative points, about their faults. And if you analyze, more popular the translation, more people have scrutinized it and more faults they have taken out. The older the translation, more chances of people taking out faults in it. There are new translations which people may have made it popular, but because of time limitation, the faults may not have been analyzed. A new translation normally, if it's translated in the right sense, a translator will always verify the other translators and check what mistakes they have made, and he will correct them. So, under normal circumstances, the new translations should be better than the old ones, but that's not the case always. There are many people who just translate offhand. So therefore, while discussing the translations, I will not be speaking about their faults. The most popular translation today of the English language, since the lecture is in English, I will speak only about the English translation. The most popular, which millions of copies have been distributed throughout the world in English language, is the translation by Allama Abdullah Yusuf Ali. It's the same one as this, only the print is different. This print is printed in France, in Paris. This is printed in Medina, King Fahd printing press. It's the same. The most popular amongst all is Abdullah Yusuf Ali. And one thing good about it, alhamdulillah, is that the translation is ayah to ayah translation. Ayah to ayah. Verse to verse. So while reading the translation, along with the Arabic text, you try and understand certain Arabic words. For example, if you read, Qul huwallahu ahad, say He's Allah one and only. You try and understand. Kul means say. Ahad means one. So while you read the Arabic along with the text, it becomes easy for you to understand ayah by ayah translation. There are various other benefits. For example, it has a very comprehensive index. A very comprehensive index. If you want to know anything, a common man doesn't know where does the Quran speak about marriage. So what do? Look under M, marriage. Immediately you get the reference. That go to chapter number 2, verse number 221. And to open chapter number 2, verse 221 is easy because every page is numbered. If you want to know about divorce, look under D. If you want to know what does the Holy Quran speak about Jesus, peace be upon him, look under J. What does the Quran speak about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Look under M. Everything at your fingertips. It's easy. Therefore, this translation is popular. Besides having ayah to ayah translation, it has a very comprehensive index. And the language of Abdullah Yusuf Ali is very powerful. It will even improve the English of your children. If you are weak in English, even your English will improve. And it has very good footnotes. It has commentary. It's a medium sized. Neither too voluminous, neither too concise. This translation, the Holy Quran, Arabic text with corresponding English meaning, is by Sahih International. This is one of the latest translations which I know of in English language in the world. I was presented with this copy a couple of months ago when I was in Jeddah in July. It was immediately released, and the publisher, Brother Abul Qasim, he presented a copy to me during one of my talks. And this translation has been translated by 3 reverts. People say converts, the actual word is revert. By 3 revert ladies. And they have, alhamdulillah, done a very good job. This translation is concentrating on the meaning, and the footnotes are very few. Only where absolutely required, it's there. Otherwise, the translation is a very good translation. We have the Noble Quran in English language, a summarized version of At-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi and Ibn Kathir, with comments from Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih Bukhari has been translated into English only by one person, the complete 9 volumes, by Mohsin Khan. The same person has translated the Holy Quran along with Taqiyuddin Hilali, who was a great scholar. And this Quran is good if you want to know which verse of the Holy Quran is connected with which hadith mentioned in Sahih Bukhari. In the footnotes, if any verse of the Holy Quran is linked with any hadith mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, it's immediately mentioned in the footnotes. So it's good for doing research of the Holy Quran along with Sahih Bukhari. This is the translation which King Fahd Printing Press is printing now, this translation. The same is available in various sizes. The smallest size is this. It's the smallest English translation of the Holy Quran along with Arabic text which I know of. You might have seen many of the Christian missionaries, they carry a small Bible in the pocket. This is very good printing, fine printing with very thin paper, beautiful paper. It's expensive, but it's easy for us to carry in the pocket. While traveling in the bus, in the train, you have time, instead of thinking nonsense, you can read the Holy Quran. Easy to carry. Easy to carry while traveling, along with the Arabic text, easy to recite, along with the English translation. Same translation, but in a compact size. Then we have the translation, The Message of the Holy Quran by Muhammad Asad. He was an Austrian, he was a Jew. His old name was Leopold Weiss, and people who are well versed with the literary world, they know Leopold Weiss was a very famous author. He reverted to Islam, and then he translated this Holy Quran. It's a very logical translation, but at times he gets ultra-logical, he gets hyper-logical. Otherwise the translation is very good, and he gives the root word. If there's a problem in understanding a verse, he gives the root meaning of that verse, and he quotes extensively from Ibn Kathir, from Zamakhshari, from Ar-Razi, and various other commentators. This is Tafsirul Quran by Maulana Abdul Majid Daryabadi, the same person who I said, who quoted. Al-Quran is the most